let me just ask one question. Raise your hand if in the last 24 hours you haven't had multiple Temu videos pop up in your feed. I'm waiting. Well, if you haven't heard about Temu, you will. I want to say right off the bat, this is not a sponsored video, although I have been contacted so many times I can't even count them. Yesterday alone, I mean, I get emails from them every single day, multiple emails. About early yesterday afternoon, I think I counted maybe 3 or 4 separate emails from them asking me to work with them. And I want to tell you that as of right now, I've decided not to. And I think pretty much, well, let me just say there's a lot here in this beauty community, this lifestyle community, who are working with them. But from the very beginning, and even today, I have some real mixed feelings about even purchasing their products, much less working with them. But I thought what I would do is I would order a few things just to see the quality and to see about their customer service. You know, they claim free shipping, although if you return something, you do have to pay to send it back. But the prices are just so dirt cheap. I mean, it's almost like you can't wrap your mind around it. I remember, in fact, I was talking to Jim about it just the other day. I can remember many years ago, I ordered a pair of earrings off of eBay, and they were really inexpensive. They were under $1. Seriously, they were under $1. And now it took me, and they had free shipping. So under $1 with free shipping from China. And I knew it would take a while to get them, and sure enough, it took 2 or 3 weeks to get them. And I can remember I really liked them. I mean, not because they were under $1, but I would have bought them and probably paid $25 for them. But they were under $1, free shipping. And I can remember then thinking, how can they afford to have them made, purchase them, however this seller got them? How can they afford to do that and then pay free shipping? They have to be losing money. So I hadn't thought about that really in a long time, but with Temu, I really, as I said, I wanted to order some things, and I'm going to show you what I ordered versus what I got. And to be honest with you, there's some really bad stuff and there's some really good stuff. And by the way, when this video is over, I have a couple of questions I want to ask you or tell you some questions that you've asked that I want to address. One for sure I want to address, and I'll do that at the end of this video. But here's my hesitation. Honestly, it was the quality of the products. That's certainly been an issue with whether or not I wanted to work with them or even buy from them, because everything is so ridiculously cheap. I mean, it's just like, what? You know, I mean, I look at things and I go, what? You know, I mean, you could, the shipping alone would have to cost more than the price of the item. But I think what it boiled down to for me, and the jury's still out with me, and I would like to know how you feel about this. But for them to be selling this so cheap, the labor force there must be working for nothing. The conditions, I mean, I just can't imagine how, even when you look at the sheer volume of things, how the people who are actually making these items can make a living. So that for sure. And then I thought, okay, I go to the Dollar Tree, where up until recently everything was $1. Now it's $1.25, and they've got their little higher end section at most Dollar Trees now. So for Dollar Tree to be purchasing those items and then turning around and selling them, they're probably the very same items that we're buying at the Dollar Tree, those of us who go to the Dollar Tree, and I do. I found some great things at the Dollar Tree that I love, as y'all know. But the thing is, at the Dollar Tree, I can see it before I buy it to see the quality. So there's that. Target. I'm pretty sure Target buys from China also. I may be wrong on that, but I know Walmart does, and I know other merchants, other stores, shopping networks buy from China. And I'm wondering if it's the same people making those higher end items that we pay a lot more money for and sometimes still think we're getting a bargain. So do you understand what I'm saying? How do you justify buying from TJ Maxx or Walmart or any other store and feeling good because you got a great buy on that, when if you could buy pretty much the very same thing on Temu for a fourth of the price, and that's the truth and something I'm going to show you. How do you justify the purchases from the big stores that we're all familiar with that are making a huge profit off of us? I mean, obviously a huge profit. And when I show you this one item, you're going to be shaking your head just like I have been and Jim has been. But first I want to show you what I did order. And I will let you know that so far I have actually reviewed everything that I got on their site. So one thing I want to show you is I'm looking at my phone here, and I was just doing things at random, things that, well, that looks, I would probably use that. Do you know what this is? It's like a piece of plastic with a hair on it. Flexible, stiff. The bristles on it are really stiff. There's this little loop here. Well, what this is a one-piece, I'm reading, one-piece multiple fruit and vegetable cleaner. So you put it on your hand like that, and then you just scrub I've been scrubbing my apples with it. I eat an apple every day, and I like to try to get that waxy coating off. So I'm under the water with this, cleaning my apples, and I've cleaned other things with this. Jim thinks it's really hokey, but you know what? For 69 cents, it's okay. That's good. All right. The next thing that I want to show you, and by the way, I'll show you pictures on how it appeared on the Temu website, and you can see here what it actually looks like. So this is red rose flower twig with faux pearl decorations. Okay. Let me see them. These were really cute in the picture. Oh, and they came with no bags. The day I bought them, they were $2.48. I tell you what, hold on. I have a back here because I have a second pair of earrings. So let's put this on. Well, this back is way too big for the post, but maybe it will hold it long enough. You know, when I first opened the package, I thought, oh gosh, they're cheap, but I thought to myself, well, and Jim was standing there when I opened the package, by the way, and I thought, whoop, see, there you go, and now I've lost that back. Oh well, see them like that, though. Okay, all right. At first I thought, well, they're not worth $2.49. They're, that's, no. But the more I look at these little earrings, they grow on me. This is resin. The little rose is resin. And of course, that's not gold. It's some kind of metal. The leaf, the vine, the pearl, you know, is probably glass. But the back was on my ear. Now it's gone. But, you know, that's a decent length for a dangle. Not bad. And by the way, one thing I didn't tell you is that I received these in, it says, I think it says it can take up to 2 weeks, and that's sort of, you know, up to 2 weeks is a good. I think it was probably 10 to 12 days, and I've placed now multiple orders. I received this one. I've already received another one that I ordered, and another one was having shipped to a different address, and it's to be delivered today, and I think this puts that one at 10 days. And I have 2 more orders coming that were ordered on different days. And all of those are the very same thing. I'm just ordering them for different people. But let me show you these earrings. And I tell you, right off the bat, when I saw the pictures of them, I loved them. Because, you know, they're shiny. They're shiny and sparkly. And these are the multicolored ones. Let me get the name of them. These are called the Geometric Shape Personality Earrings, and they were $2.88 a pair. And this is them. Oh, and this one has a back on it. The other back I've lost somewhere here. It's probably in the carpet. But let me show you the back. They're just... And you could get these like in all red stones or all green stones or all yellow stones, I think. Several different colors, or you could get the multis. And I got the multis. But they're little stones. More than likely they're plastic, maybe glass. And they are big. Look at those. They're way too heavy. Can you see how they're pulling my ear down? I have bad old earlobes anyway from all those heavy earrings I used to wear. And in this ear particularly, back in the day when we had phones with cords, I was working one day and I had one of those big heavy earrings on, and the phone cord got caught in the earring, and I ripped the piercing, and it came all the way almost down to the end of my ear. So I did later go in after that was completely healed, and I had another piercing right next to it where that one was originally. And so that's usually where I wear that earring, but I have that long line there from where I almost ripped my ear open. These are okay for what they are. I mean, this is not something that I would wear every day, I don't think. Well, number one, they're just too heavy. But did I say $2.48? All right. This one, now I'm just going to tell you, I ordered a brooch. This is it on the card. This one was $1.88. It comes in, or it did come in, a lot of different colors. But it looks like the purple is the only one available right now. If you decided you wanted this and wanted to order it, they may have other colors in it. So here, it's just green stones. I'm going to tell you, this looks just like a vintage brooch, a vintage pin. If I found this out in an antique store, I would probably think it was vintage for sure. I love this. I love this. And on the back, let me show you what the back looks like. Green stones, probably glass. The back has the usual pin that has the little hook that it goes under, but it also has a place where you could hang a chain on this. Can you see right here? If you could get the chain, weren't too large, and this is fairly large, you could put a chain through here and wear it as a pendant. I would reorder this in different colors. $1.88, yeah. I would reorder that in different colors. On Pinterest, I have been putting on one of my boards some little denim jackets that they're trending now, and also the white button-down shirts. And I'm looking at different ways that you can wear pins on those two things, or just on anything really. And it's caused me to start digging my pin collection out. And this one I can just add to it for $1.88. I'm going to do that jacket one of these days, and I'll show it to you. Okay, I had really high hopes for this, and I'm going to tell you, I really wanted it to look good. Very disappointed. This is the Chunky Sunflower Shaped Jewelry Set with pendant, necklace, and dangle earrings, elegant bridal jewelry set. $4.94. Oh my goodness. I just noticed. They've sold 327, and they have like a 4 3/4 review with 207 reviews. Color golden yellow. And I think this came in silver, a silver color too. But let me show it to you. This is it, how it came in the bag. I've not even taken this out of the bag. Okay, this is what I got. Niccolo, Nickole Fashion La Fille. I mean, first of all, they are super lightweight, the earrings are. It has, look, can you see that with the little omega? I mean, you know. I mean, these weigh nothing. I mean, that's how thin they are, and they just look cheap. Okay. Let me get my finger under the omega so I can pop it up there. Ooh, no, that didn't work. Okay, give me a minute. Talk amongst yourselves. It's hard to get the little omega up over the post. I mean, from a distance, has a little extender, and I can see, I mean, this is just a thin metal. There's the back. Mesh chain. You know, the mesh chain might not be bad on its own. Let me see here, I've got my mirror. Okay. Maybe if you didn't get up really close to me to see how thin all this is. I mean, it's just like slivers of metal. It weighs nothing. Maybe with the right outfit, I mean, those of you who know me know that I can be gaudy sometimes. Well, a lot of times. Some would say my taste is questionable, I'm sure. But I wear what I like. Whether it's fashion, trendy, frumpy, sophisticated, boho, whatever. If I like it, I wear it. Had I seen this reviewed, I probably wouldn't have bought it. Before I show you that item that was definitely the buy, I want to tell you a couple of things. First of all, and it's been a few weeks, maybe 3 weeks, I was at Marshall's one afternoon, and I was in the tops, although this is an old Walmart top from last year probably, but I was looking through the tops, the rack there, and all of a sudden I heard, "Hi, Patty." And I thought, did I hear that? And she said, "Hi, Patty." And I looked up, and she was across the rack. And it was Karen Morgan. And she said, I follow you on YouTube. I watch your videos. And I wondered if I would ever run into you. And so I took my buggy and I met her at the end of the aisle, and we hugged and started talking, and we talked and we talked and we talked. We even went as far as we stood there in Marshall's at the end of that top shirt aisle, and we FaceTimed her daughter. It was so much fun meeting Karen, and we took a picture. You've probably seen it by now. But she was just a delight. I mean, a delight. Number one, she looked like she had just stepped off of probably any really hip, high-end, this is what you wear fashion magazine. I wish I'd taken a picture of her full-length outfit. I'm looking at her, and I just, she was, it's hard to describe, but, by the way, I told her, I said, girl, you need a YouTube channel. And she said, oh, I don't think I could do that or something. I said, well, you could, and if you ever decide to, you let me know. But if she just taught me how to dress, you would like her if she ever decides to have a channel. And maybe that's what you should do, is say in the comments, Karen, why don't you start a channel? I'll watch it, I'll subscribe. But you know, I have met so many of you now, and that is just, it makes my day, it makes my month, it makes my year, it makes my years when I run into you. And please don't ever hesitate to speak to me if you see me out. I don't care what I look like. I don't care what you look like. Just speak to me. I get the biggest kick out of it. And I've met y'all everywhere. I've met you in Marshall's, obviously. I've met one of you in TJ Maxx. I've met you in Walmart. I've met you in Home Goods. I've met you on Caribbean cruises, multiple Caribbean cruises. I've met you on Mediterranean cruises. It makes me so happy to meet you. It makes Jim happy. A couple of times, especially on the cruises, but a few times he's been with me, and he gets a real big kick out of it too. So, hi Karen, and I think Karen and I are going to have lunch one day. I just had a ball meeting her. Just had a ball. I know one thing. I'll probably, if and when we do meet for lunch, I'll have to up my game. Maybe this. No, not this. Let me tell you a couple of other things that I wanted to tell you about before I tell you about that good-bad situation with Temu. In a recent video where it was the clothing video that I did a couple of weeks ago, I forgot to link the little dress that I had, that I wore from Amazon, and I've just not thought to go back and put that in the description bar. And two, I thought maybe, you might not want to go back and look for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link it below this one. It's that real cute little dress I ordered. It was long, maxi, sleeveless. It was reversible, scoop neck in front, V in the back, or you could wear that vice versa. And one was in blue and one was in like a burgundy wine color. So I will link that below this video. So the last thing I want to tell you about from Temu, and I cannot imagine that I would work with Temu. I just can't. Even though I'm buying some stuff, I'm still trying to justify the circumstances that would make someone want to, I mean, yes, if they're making just a few cents to make something, maybe that feeds them. I don't know. Maybe all of those few cents together helps them financially live a little bit better life. I don't know. That's what I try to justify. But I would like to say I'm going to only buy things that are made in the United States of America. I mean, ideally, we could have all these items that come from China and other countries made here in the United States for those prices. But we're not there yet. I mean, I want to save money like the next guy, and that's what I'm going to tell you about right now. All right, so I was watching, I believe it was Home Shopping. I'll check to make sure. I was watching Home Shopping, and they were selling those little fairy lights. Do you know what I'm talking about? They're solar lights that you put out in your yard, in your flower garden, or wherever, and it's like all these little spiky stems coming up from the post that goes down in the ground, and they're tiny little bulbs, and they sort of do this when the wind blows. And I think there's 8 of those little spikes with a little tiny light bulb on each one. And at night, they're solar. And at night, it looks like fireflies flying in your flower beds or your garden. So that's what they were selling. And I need to look, let me look here. I need to look on Home Shopping or QVC, whichever it was. You got 2 clusters of 8 of those little lights. I call them clusters. It's a spike with the 8 stems coming out with the little lights, okay. You got 2 of those.